You're listening to the Happy Tracks podcast. In this episode, we talk all things regarding morning routines and if they're really necessary. This episode is going to get interesting. Stay tuned.
Hey, I'm Taylor, founder of the travel blog Taylor's Tracks, personal development junkie, and pursuer of happiness. I help women have breakthrough experiences so that you can live a happier and healthier life that is so good you won't need a vacation from it. I believe that happiness is an inside job, so this podcast is dedicated to delivering weekly, actionable tips that combine spirituality, personal development, and well-being practices that will help you live your best life, find pure joy every day, and realize your true power. Are you ready to meet your best self? Let's get started. This is the Happy Tracks podcast.
Welcome back. I'm so happy for you to join me again, especially for this episode, because I feel like this one, it really differs who you're talking to, and I feel like I can understand the perspective on morning routines from both sides now. So I'm really excited to discuss both angles of morning routines with you, because I know so many people are out there, myself included, until quite recently, was saying you have to have a morning routine, you have to, gotta have one. And a lot of people think that having a morning routine is absolutely essential to be able to create your dream life and to feel good and do good and be good every single day. However, I'm here to change things around, deliver you a little bit of a perspective shift, and maybe help you understand that there's another way to look at morning routines and really question, is this advice that so many people are giving actually needed for everyone? Is there another way that we can look at morning routines? Is there another way that people can still fill their cup without having to do the same thing over and over? I'm going to dive into all these questions and more because it's something that I've been thinking about a lot lately, and something that I want to make very clear to all of you, that you don't have to do and follow what successful people are saying. If you're like me and if you follow a lot of podcasts or you read a lot of books or you follow a lot of people on Instagram and they're like, I do this and I do that and blah, blah, blah. And you're like, oh, well, if so-and-so does it, then I should do it and it should work for me, right? And well, that's not always the case. There are so many things that I've tried that people I really look up to, or like great mentors, and I've tried them for myself and they just don't work. So while I encourage you to try everything and to do everything, if it doesn't work for you, learn to drop it, because so many of us, myself included, will hold on to things for so long and keep doing it over and over and over. And then we sit there questioning, like, why the hell isn't this working for me? Well, maybe it's just not meant to work for us. As humans, we're so individual. Like, we can put ourselves into boxes and be like, oh, I'm Enneagram 1, or I'm Myers-Briggs this type, or I'm human design this type, and my zodiac sign is this. And there are so many things that help us to understand ourselves. But even within those boxes that we love to place ourselves and others in, we're so individualized, and it really takes such a combination of learning from different people to create our own system that works for us. So this is why I think it's really, really important to talk about morning routines, because when you first enter the personal development world, not even when you first enter, even when you've been in it for a while, so many people are still preaching that a morning routine is absolutely essential. And I want to just strip everything back and take away what's essential, what's a must do, what all the big guys are saying have to be done, and guide you to understand what you need for your own mind, body, and soul. But before we dive really deep into this subject, I do want to say that I am currently taking on a few more lovely ladies for one-on-one coaching. So if you're an independent woman who really wants to reconnect with herself, your mind, your body, and your soul, all levels, to reconnect with yourself, that will enable you to learn and regain trust with yourself, love for yourself, and rediscover that power within you. This is exactly what my coaching does, because when you're able to reconnect with yourself, when you're able to regain and find that love, trust, and power, that's when you become unfucking stoppable. That's when you truly become an independent woman. I know a lot of you out there, if you're listening to me, you already identify as an independent woman. You know you can do things. You know you're going to get to your goals, but a lot of the times you're questioning how. How do I do this? How do I do that? How do I get there? The question is not how. It's about reconnecting with yourself and re-finding yourself, because she's in there. You just had a lot of other people and a lot of limiting beliefs and a lot of stuff that you've learned that has made you drift away from who you truly are. So what my one-on-one coaching does, it helps bring you back to that woman. It helps get you back to your core, to your essence, so that you can take on the world, be truly independent, and most importantly, be, do, and have whatever the fuck you want. Because it's possible. It's totally freaking possible. And grabbing a coach, grabbing a mentor, it allows you to do it even faster. So maybe you're a little bit impatient. Coaching is perfect for you. Hell, that's what I did. I was like, girl, I see myself over there. How am I going to get there? Hired myself 2 different coaches over the course of a year. Boom. I jumped light years ahead and was able to accomplish and feel, oh my God, it's not even about what I accomplished. It's how I feel and how I show up and truly who I am as a person now. And that's what coaching allows you to do. It allows you to feel so, I keep using the word connected, because connected, it just allows you to work like your mind, body, and soul all in unison. That's really what it is. So if you're interested in one-on-one coaching, if you really want to step into that true, independent, freaking empowered woman who can be, do, and have whatever she wants, then let's chat. Send me a DM on Instagram at Taylor's Tracks or an email at happytrackspodcast@gmail.com. All you gotta say is, girl, I'm interested. I'm feeling what you're saying. And we'll jump on a call and chat from there, see if coaching is perfect for you. So, back into today's topic of morning routines. So when I first got into the personal development world, I was convinced that I needed a morning routine in order to be successful. And I used it to really control myself, because, this is something I still struggle with, but I always wanted to be in control of everything. And having a morning routine allowed me to have that repetition. It allowed me to know what was happening and what was coming up for me every day. And I knew what I was going to do with the first 1 to 3 hours of my day every single day. And at the time, that's what I really needed, or that's what I thought I really needed. And it is what some people truly crave and what some people need. That routine is what keeps people going. It's what gives people the certainty in their day. And every single person needs some kind of certainty in their day. There's nothing wrong with that. That's totally normal. But we also need uncertainty as well. So my morning routine, what I realized after doing it for months, was actually restricting me. I was playing so much into my masculine and the do and the boom, boom, boom. I was like, all right, I'm up. Okay. I would sleep with my phone on airplane mode and turn off all noise. So like there was no way anyone was gonna get to me and disrupt my sleep or my morning routine. Then I would journal. I'd write three things I'm grateful for. I would write down 3 what I call kind thoughts. So kind of like a little pep talk to myself, like I love my body, or I am lovable, or my success is inevitable, stuff around like those kinds of lines. Then I'd write down the 7 things that are my goals, intentions, or dreams, whatever you want to call them. Then I'd do some EFT tapping, then I'd do meditation, then I'd have some kind of movement, and damn, my list was getting freaking long of all the shit that I had to do before I allowed myself to do anything else. And that's what I did. I told myself I had to get those things done before I could get on with my day. And some days I'd wake up and I'd be like, oh God, I just want to like freaking chill and read, or I just want to go straight outside today. And I'm like, no, gotta do your morning routine, keep up with it. And this is what I think a lot of people get wrong with their morning routines, is they think that they have to do it every single day. This is like a perfectionist thing as well. So I'm a recovering perfectionist, so let me know if you can relate. And I had a call in the spiritual mastermind that I'm in, and my mentor recommended just dropping a morning routine. This was just shortly after the whole COVID-19 situation kind of exploded, and everyone in the world was like, what the fuck is happening? What do we do? And everyone was like trying to lead each other and figure things out at the same time. And on this call, she had recommended not doing a morning routine anymore. And that was the first time that I really heard someone recommending that, because like, look at how many books are out there on just creating the perfect morning to set you up for optimal activity. Oh my God, just saying that feels so masculine, and it's not what I'm in alignment with anymore. And if you are, that's totally okay. Keep going. But I encourage you to question if it's truly serving you in the ways that you want it to every day. Some days you may need that routine. You may need that strictness to fall back on. The days that you don't feel like doing fuck all, you may need to go to that routine and be like, girl, you gotta do this so that you can be the person you want to be to get that shit done. And that's fine. But if you're forcing yourself to do it every day, if it gets to the point where it feels like more effort than it does effortlessly, does that make sense? If it gets to the point where it feels like too much effort and you're dragging yourself out of bed to do it, that morning routine isn't right for you anymore. You should be excited to get up, and your excitement to get up can change from day to day. Your morning routine can fluctuate, and I believe should fluctuate based on how you're feeling mentally, physically, and on a soul level. The first question you should ask yourself in the morning is, what do I need today? What do I need to fill my cup? If it's not having a set morning routine, that's perfectly okay. So I experimented with dropping my morning routine altogether. The only thing that kept a part of my routine was making my cup of tea. That's like my little ritual. I do that everywhere. And now I don't even do that every morning. Some mornings I'll wake up and I'll feel like, nah, girl, you ain't got time for tea. You need to get outside. You need to go for a walk. You need to have a shower and get going today. Other days my morning routine is 3 hours and I'm reading for quite a bit, or I'm just really taking the time to slowly enjoy my tea, or meditating for 45 minutes. And it's so interesting to see how your body reacts to different kinds of things and how much more energized and ready for the day you feel when you first ask yourself, what do I need today? And if you're sitting there like, girl, I don't know what I need. I'm not that in touch with myself. I don't know what you're talking about. I can ask myself what I need and it tells me. It's just practice. I had no idea what my body needed, what my mind needed, what my soul needed a year ago. And now I'm so connected to my mind, body, and soul that I understand, okay, body is craving some weightlifting today. Make sure that's a part of your morning routine. Or no movement this morning. Maybe later today, maybe not at all. Oh, today sometimes my mind will crave, you need silence, you need stillness, or you need some type of meditation to get you to the place that you want to be at today, to be able to produce the content that I produce, or to be able to do the job that I do, whatever it is that you relate to. You will get to a point where you're so connected with your mind, body, and soul that you'll be able to understand what you're truly craving. It's like being able to understand your body when it's hungry. Those signs can be very, very clear, like, oh, I'm hungry now, I need to eat now, or I'm so full, stop. It's also like people who have struggled with perhaps eating disorders in the past, sometimes they don't understand when they're full and when to stop, but they're able to develop that skill and be able to understand their bodies better in that sense. It's the exact same thing for being able to talk to your body, mind, and soul and asking, what do I need? It's like flexing that muscle. It's like using how to use it and how to use each one individually. So before you start going out and creating a morning routine and following all the advice from like all the blogs and books and like big time people that are telling you you have to have some type of morning routine created, ask yourself every morning, what do I need today? What am I craving today that will fill my cup and allow me to live my best friggin' life today? Sometimes your best life is watching Netflix. Sometimes it's producing a hell of a lot of content. Sometimes it's showing up for yourself and just yourself. Sometimes it's showing up for others. Sometimes it's a combination of both. Your morning routine, I think it's impossible to have one that completely prepares you for everything that life can throw at you. Because life changes from day to day. So why shouldn't your morning routine change from day to day? So I hope that just gets you to think and understand that you don't have to follow in other people's path and do what successful people are saying or recommending. If it works for you, fabulous. You got something gold, run with it. Don't get stuck in it though. Constantly question what you're doing. Constantly question if it's right for you, if it feels good for you. And sometimes it will be hard. Sometimes you tell yourself it doesn't actually feel good, but you know in the long haul, it will be. So I want to wrap up this episode with a couple of things that you could put into your morning routine, or that you can juggle around based on what your morning routine looks like. I believe the most important thing that you can do, other than asking yourself what you need, is having your phone on silent or airplane mode. I use my phone a little bit in my morning routine sometimes to listen to like meditations that I have saved, so I put mine on airplane mode. And this allows you to truly be with yourself, because if you're allowing yourself to be distracted by external sources, you're not truly listening to yourself. That's stopping that deep connection that you're craving with yourself to understand yourself. It's stopping you from tapping into that understanding, power, and love and joy and all those high vibe emotions. You need to be able to connect with yourself to truly feel those on like a whole other level. So get rid of the external distractions and just be with you. Your morning routine could be 5 minutes of meditation. It could be 40 minutes of meditation. And meditation was something that I really had to get myself to sit down and do regularly to truly understand and feel the benefits of it. So maybe a 30-day meditation challenge is something that you need. You can even do like 10-day ones, I believe, as well on the app Headspace. That's what I used to get started. And now I create my own guided meditations, or I find other ones where I just like sit in silence, which is another thing that you can do. Just being quiet, just enjoying your cup of coffee or your cup of tea, or not even having that as a distraction, just sitting and being, letting your thoughts run wild. Don't judge them. Oh God, it's such a powerful thing to do as a part of your morning routine. So powerful. It just gets you so clear for the day. Journaling, I think, is a great thing as well. I pretty much always have gratitude somewhere in my morning routine, even if it's just thinking it, not necessarily writing it out. Sometimes just angry journaling, getting out all these gross emotions that I don't need. That can be really helpful as well. EFT tapping, emotional freedom technique. What this does is it helps to move the energy out of your body that's like locked in or something along your meridians. I don't know all the scientific terms for this. All I know is that it freaking works. And you can you can YouTube Brad Yates, and he's got so many resources. All videos are around 10 minutes or shorter usually. And so you can EFT tap based on, oh, I need confidence today, or I need to get rid of some anger, or I need to get shit done today, or I need something on self-worth. There's so many different topics. And I always believe that you should include some type of movement in your morning routine, though it's not always necessary. Sometimes it's important to take days off. Sometimes it's important to do powerlifting. Sometimes it's more important to get outside and simply just go for a walk. So those are a few of the things that I include in my morning routines. Oh, and a card reading. I usually do a card reading for myself as well. Just a single card and I always ask, what do I need to hear today, or what do I need to focus on today? And it helps me feel like I'm knowing I'm having some type of guidance. So those are just a few ideas of what you can use in your morning routine if you desire to create one. Or it can be different every single day. Just whatever you're doing in the morning, routine or no routine, making sure you're doing it to fill your cup, making sure you're doing it to take care of yourself first, because you are truly and honestly the only person who is going to take care of you, who is going to put you first, and who is going to help you live your best goddamn life and feel amazing every day. You've got the power inside you already. You've got the love for yourself inside you already. You just got to reconnect with yourself to understand yourself and regain that trust with yourself. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you would like to chat a little bit about coaching, hear what it's about, reach out. no pressure to join right away. It's totally fine just to talk and ask some questions as well. I am here to help, and I'm here to serve you and help you become the best version of yourself. Help you feel like you're so in love with yourself. Help you feel like you can do and be whatever kind of woman you want to be. If you want to start doing that now, send me a DM on Instagram at Taylor's Tracks, or send me an email to happytrackspodcast@gmail.com. Or if you'd like to start doing it on your own, I can send you a free meditation that helps unlock your inner power. Shoot me an email and I'll get that over to you for free. Totally free. Just leave me a review. Take a screenshot and send it to me and you'll get that meditation. That's it for today. Fine people. Don't forget to share this episode if you loved it, if it served you, or if you believe someone else needs to hear this message. Take a screenshot, share it on your Instagram stories, and don't forget to tag me. I so greatly appreciate it and love you so, so much. I'll see you guys next week. And remember, always ask yourself what it is you truly, truly need. All the answers lie within you already. Talk soon.